Do you need an easy way to send invoices to your clients for hours worked on their projects? Let me show you how to do just that using the Invoicing app. First, click on the Invoicing app, and then sign in with either your Google account or your email address and password. If you don't have an account, don't worry, because when you sign in for the first time, your account is created automatically. For this video, I'm just going to use my email address. Then I'll type in my new password. I'll make it substantial, but not too difficult to remember. Now you can see my account is being created. In order to get set up and make sure that my invoices appear quite professional, I can do a few different things, such as watching this video you're watching right now, or let's get started by configuring our organization. Sure, I could have it just show my email on my invoice, but I think it'd be a lot nicer and more professional if it used the name of my company, which is John Smith LLC. I can provide various other points of data, such as my phone number or address, but for this, let's just say that I am in Houston, Texas, with a postal code of 88888, and we'll just say USA. Perfect. Then we click on Save. Let's go back to the dashboard. What else can we do? Well, we can add our client. We might have one client or many clients, but in this case, let's add our client. Our client is Hot Dog Incorporated, and the contact person is Mr. Hot Dog at hotdog@hotdog.com. And for phone number, we'll say 545-999-8787. And the street address, let's just say it's 300 North Drive. And for the city, we'll say Ankeny, Iowa, 50211, and US. Fantastic. Now our first client has been added. Let's go back to the dashboard, see what else we got. Oh yes, the project. Of course, for our clients, we need to specify what we're doing exactly. In this case, we'll say we're going to rebuild the building. And we'll describe that briefly as a long process of changing the building. Uh-oh, I made a mistake. Let's correct that now. Save the project. Let's go back to the dashboard. One last thing, create a billing contract. First, we're going to specify our project, which is for the Hot Dog Inc., rebuilding their building, and the service. Well, the service is we are going to fix the floors. And for the hourly rate, we'll say we're going to need about $100 per hour. And we could probably do that in, we'll say 1,500 hours. We'll decide to bill them weekly, and our invoices will be prefixed with hot, just for fun. It can be whatever you want. Finally, we can go back to the dashboard and start tracking our time. Now the time is counting. Then we'll go do some work and come back and finish up. All right, now that we've spent a few minutes working, let's go ahead and take a break for lunch by stopping the timer. Let's go ahead and start our work again by resuming the timer. And we'll wait a few more minutes before we get tired and stop the timer again. Perfect. Now after a really long day of work, let's go ahead and stop our timer as we're done for the day. Let's now imagine that we worked a full week, and we'll go over to the Invoices section. This is our first time, so we're going to click on the Generate Our First Invoice button. We'll see our sessions have been included automatically, but if for some reason we didn't want to include them, we could deselect them. In this case, I want to include all my sessions. I will specify the due date, and I'll generate the invoice. Here is a sample preview of the summary. We see that on Wednesday, we worked 0.12 hours for a total of $11.67. We see our name listed and our customer's name listed and all their information. We also see a little bit of information about the project, but we really want to see what will the invoice look like. So we'll click on the Preview PDF button. Here is the invoice. It looks nice and professional and details the work that we have done. We can also download the PDF if we want, but at this point, I just want to send the invoice to the client. So I'll click on the Send Invoice button. In this case, it says, are you sure you want to send the invoice to that address? Yes, I am sure. You'll see that it's sending the invoice in the background, and after only a few seconds, the invoice has been sent. As we jump over to our email, we can see that we also receive a confirmation of the email. We can see that the email went to both our client and to ourselves. Here's a summary of what happened, and included is a PDF of that document, which is fantastic if we want to keep it for our records. And we can verify that the PDF that was sent to the client was valid and accurate.